Yo, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to another video. HVK all day. Let's get it, man. Alright guys, so in this one I want to talk about spiritual attacks when being on your retention journey. So what I want to say first before I start this video is that, if you haven't realized already, man, we live in a very demonic world, right? We live in a very negative world where a lot of negative energy is normalized in society. They want us at a low vibration all the time by the type of food that people consume on the daily, the type of information that people consume on the daily, things like the hub, things like alcohol, the music, all these little tools and tactics to keep humanity, at a low level. Basically, they want you to be depressed. They want you to be sad and just like low on energy and feel powerless. But the thing about holding on to your seed as a man is that it restores power within you. Okay? Yeah, man, in society, the people that run this society, they don't want a group of powerful men. They want men to be weak. They want men to be just, like always releasing, because always in their lust, pretty much, right? Because lust makes a man weak. Just lusting makes a man weak mentally and spiritually. It zaps him of his energy on a mental and spiritual level. It zaps them of their energy. But just lusting itself drains your energy. But releasing that essence is even worse. Okay, and the combination of that, PMOing or just indulging in sex, all those things, it just keeps you at a low vibration. It keeps you from ascending. It keeps you from evolving as a human being, because you're always stuck in that lower nature. You're always stuck in your animalistic side. Okay, so with that, yeah, man, spiritual attacks on retention, bro, it's crazy. It's like I said, like I mentioned, like when you hold on to your seed, you just become more powerful, right? You become more spiritually rich in a sense. Like you just feel like the quality of your life improving. You start feeling like more happier. You start feeling like more abundant. You start feeling like the wheels are rolling, right? You don't feel stuck anymore. You feel like just so like great, man. Like retention, it makes you it transforms you, man, like in so many different ways. Like it's like literally like an inner journey. Okay, it makes you learn like a lot about yourself. But yeah, man, so what I was saying about like spiritual attacks is that like when you've been retaining, guys, there'll be times on your journey where you feel like you're being like spiritually attacked, man. Like all of a sudden you just have like you feel like influenced, or you're feeling like very lustful. You're having like these urges to go back to your own vomit, right? To go back to watching porn or just releasing or just drinking, or these negative things that were keeping you enslaved, pretty much. Like you be spiritually attacked, man. The enemy plants negative thoughts in your mind, and it's up to you to give those thoughts power. Okay, so spiritual attacks come in that type of way, like where it's just like negative energy, like you just feel low for no reason. Like you don't feel like yourself, right? You having like these like weird thoughts, right? Those I could see they're like spiritual attacks, man. And an example I want to use is like one time, guys, I had like these urges, man. Like I just kept having like these lustful thoughts, like just these lustful memories and things like that. But I kept ignoring them, right? I just kept focusing on my vision. I didn't give the thoughts any power. And like for like a week, man, like for like almost a week or like a couple of days, I just kept having like these lustful thoughts like in the back of my mind, right? To just go like lust and things like that, man. And it's like it's crazy, bro. And like I said, I just kept ignoring them. And then one night I just randomly woke up, and I had, or well, first of all, before I went to sleep, like I said, I had like the lustful like thoughts, and then I just ignored them and I went straight to sleep. And then later that night, I just like woke up, and like I said, like it was just like a presence or something, or like some negative energy, you know what I'm saying? Of like a urge to go like on the hub, or just to do like something like that, you know what I'm saying, guys? Basically to relapse, right? To release this godlike energy, this positive energy, your seed, your everything that's building you up as a man, to just go waste it, right? When you're on retention, it feels like you're in a spiritual battle sometimes for that seed. Like straight up, man. I know it sounds silly, but bro, if you know about retention, if you've been practicing this, like you know exactly what I'm talking about, man. It's like it's spiritual, man. Not everything in this world is physical, okay? So keep that in mind. So when it comes to holding on to that seed, and being trying to be righteous, trying to be like, you know, not willfully sinning, okay? Like because before retention, a lot of us were willfully sinning. We were always like just being reckless with our energy, just being very like unholy, okay? But the thing about like since I discovered retention, I feel like more connected with like God and stuff like that. I just feel like a Holy Spirit, and it's that positive energy. So it's like you're in a spiritual battle now, right? It's like you were in darkness for a long time, releasing your energy, watching the hub, consuming all this darkness, keeping yourself at a low vibration. So when you're finally like getting away from that, it's like you're being spiritually attacked. Shout out to Mark the Messenger, man. Like I watched some of his videos, and that's what he'd be talking about. It's like when you want to do like better in your life, when you want to be like a good person, you want to stop doing things that are keeping you like enslaved and just very negative things of this world. The enemy will attack you, man. He won't just be like, oh, like you're trying to go be righteous, you're trying to be like a better human being. Like they're not, the enemy isn't just gonna let you go like free like that. You're gonna get like spiritually attacked. You're gonna try to get pulled back into that low vibration of releasing, of being consumed by like darkness, guys. Like the hub is literally like negative energy, right? It literally is like the devil's playground, like straight up, guys. It's just like a lot of negative energy on there, or just lust in general, man. Like it's just like I said, lust makes a man weak. Okay, so back to the story. Yeah, like I just woke up and I had like this like lustful, crazy urge, and then I went right back to sleep, and then I had like a nocturnal emission afterwards. And then like a couple days before, it was like a succubus attack, right? Like those sexual dreams where it's like they try to get like your seed like subconsciously like in your sleep as well. Like if they can't, like if you're not releasing like when you're consciously like awake, it's like you're being like spiritually attacked like in your dreams. And yeah, bro, it's crazy like that. It's just like lustful thoughts, and you just feel like not yourself. Okay, so basically, after all that happened, just resisting like the temptations and all those things to go back to like how you used to be, and trying to like retain and trying to focus on better things in your life. Another crazy thing that happened was like I was asleep, or not. I wasn't asleep. I was like I don't know, man. It's just like I said, like the urge, like the lust. I was like about to like fold, right? Like I was about to go like look at certain things. And then all of a sudden I just felt extremely sleepy. It's like as soon as I was about to go like search something up, I just felt tired and like I literally like fell asleep. And that right there was kind of like God's protection, right? That was kind of like a sign right there, and like saying like, oh no, like don't do that, like don't go back to that, like because like all of a sudden like I was about to go look something up, and then I just felt like really tired, and then like I went to sleep. Okay, and then like the next day or something like that, I was just like on YouTube, And all of a sudden, like, I just you know, I just started like looking at like lustful things, guys. Like, I just started lusting, like I fell into that lust. And it's crazy, bro. It was just like I was being like influenced by like some type of energy, to like look at lustful things. Um, it's like a spiritual battle, like I said, guys. And so when I was like looking at like lustful things, I just felt like my energy was being like kind of how do you say, like I didn't feel like happy, like I didn't feel like pure. That's it. That's what it is, guys. It's very important. Like on this journey, it isn't just about retaining it. It's about where your mind, like your energy goes to. You know, you want to be as pure as possible in order to experience like the the benefits of retention, like the purity of like of life and stuff like that. Um, yeah, man. So I was just like looking at like these different types of videos, and I felt like my energy just going on a lower vibration, right? I felt like anxiety, and then I felt like that negative energy, man. And it was crazy, bro. And it was like I was like in between. How do you say? Like, it was basically like I was on thin ice, right? I was like on thin ice because it was like my soul was like at tug of war, right? It was like the positive side and like the negative side, and then this side was like saying like, no, don't do this, and then the other side was just like, like like on the other, you know what I'm saying, guys? Like, it's crazy, bro. um so yeah, like I didn't relapse or anything like that, guys. Like, that's the crazy part, is like that I kind of stumbled, right? Like, I stumbled into like lustful content, but I got out of it, right? I got out of it because, like I said, I was having like the lustful thoughts, and then I ended up like stumbling, and then just kind of like looking a little bit, right? Peeking or whatever. But at the end, I still had like discernment. I still was very aware of what was going on. And that's why I recommend you guys to be sober, like on this journey. Don't be drinking alcohol. Don't be doing all these things that will influence you, because that's how all my relapses in the past have occurred, is because I was drinking, right? It was the alcohol had like a negative effect where it was just like kind of like letting your spiritual guard down. But when you're sober and you're very like aware, and you try to keep like God in your life, you feel very like protected. So even though I looked like at like lustful things, I got out of that, right? Like I escaped it like right on time, because like I said, I didn't like relapse. I was just like, bro, this is like freaking, this is a trap, bro. This is literally like negative energy, man. Like, it's so crazy to think about, bro. Like, the majority of people like in this world, they're consumed by this. They're consumed by lust, and it's just keeping them enslaved. It's keeping their soul trapped, right? That's how it feels like, man. Like, when you're lusting, when you're looking at prawn, or just uh even just like regular things on YouTube, like, it feels like it zaps your energy, it zaps your peace and your mental clarity, and like you're not even focusing on the right things anymore. So it's very like important, guys, to keep your mind on the right type of things. Don't be thinking that, oh, just because you're retaining, um you just want, like, it just messes up your mind, pretty much. Like, it just messes up your mind, and it doesn't, the journey in your life isn't as pure. So yeah, man, that happened, and I was just like I said, I was on thin ice, right? It felt like I was like on the verge of like relapsing, bro. But like nothing happened. Like, thank God, man, because like I said, like, it was just like I got out of it, and I was just like, bro, this shit was definitely like some type of like spiritual attack, bro. Because it was just like out of nowhere, bro. And then I was just like, what the heck? And you know, um, you just got to be aware of that, man. Like, on this self improvement journey, you'll be like attacked, like, spiritually, but it's all about having like your protective armor, and just being like humble, and just focusing on the bigger picture, right? because don't let like the short-term pleasure, or don't let like emotions get to you, right? You have to be a spiritual warrior out here, man. You have to be in control of your emotions. Don't let some short-term emotion dictate like your future or the outcome of something, right? You have to be very stoic and meditate and have a relationship with God and things like that. So in order to move forward, right? Don't be so easy to like cave in or to fold, right? But the thing is that like the flesh, our physical body, it's weak, right? We have a body, but we also have like a soul. So in order to succeed on retention, you have to be very spiritual. Like you have to be spiritual, man. Like you can't be because your body wants one thing, but your spirit wants another. So it's like they're at war together, right? Like you need to feed your spirit on retention, man. You need to do spiritual stuff. Like you need to meditate. You need to freaking have your thoughts pure, because like as soon as you give into like your flesh and you start pleasing like the flesh, it just brings destruction into your life, bro. Like straight up, man. Like if you're drinking, if you're just like consuming lust, it just destroys you, like in your mental and your spiritual. It's crazy, man. And yeah, that's just what I want to talk about, man. Spiritual attacks on your retention journey. Yeah, man. But at the end of the day, like you gotta put yourself first, man. Like you gotta put God first, but like I said, like you gotta be the observer of your thoughts. Don't be absorbed by your thoughts. Like be very aware and vigilant out here, okay? So that's all I wanted to talk about, guys. So with that being said, maintain your frame, retain gang. Woo! All right, I'm out. Peace.